Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Age of Decadence with me, Cornish-Knight. Now, some of you are probably wondering why we're back in the tavern in the centre of town rather than being held up in the Imperial Guard stronghold waiting to go on our ill-fated assault. And there's a very simple answer to that. I've basically screwed up. I was contacted by an individual who's rather experienced in the game, and he basically advised me that I had pretty much underestimated a number of the game mechanics and had made a duff character, and it would have been impossible to advance through the later game content with the way I'd been going about it. And I tried to basically advance through the story section with another character that I basically made another character, and I compared the accents of my existing one with the new one I made, and I found that the new one worked a lot better in the way I was playing him, and I was concerned that the fight we'd gotten into I wasn't going to be able to get out of it because my combat abilities were not good enough, and to be on all honesty, I wasn't good enough all round for the character. So I've made our lovable Ricatus Cornuia again. Let's go to show off his new stuff. Basically, I've fiddled with some things. I've dropped the charm down because I was informed that unless you're going for a particularly charm-based character like a merchant or a lore master, it's pretty much pointless. I won't say pointless, but it's a waste of valuable stat points that you could use elsewhere. So I've upped my intelligence, you can see here, which is going to get a lot more XP bonus, which I can use to boost and buff my character a lot more. I have taken a little bit out of strength, but I was advised by the individual again, plus reading around, that really if you have anything over 7 it's a bit of overkill really for most of it, besides constitution of course, because health is always important in this game. So what I've done is I've kept predominantly to block and just sword this time. I was advised that critical strike, though useful, is predominantly designed for dodge based characters, because you want to be basically hitting them and dropping them as quickly as possible. And also I should be focusing on crafting predominantly for a warrior class, because obviously you can make better weapons and armour than you can buy. I should have really known that, to be honest. It's what you do in a number of other RPGs. I wasn't really thinking. I have put a little bit into Streetwise because I do like the Streetwise skill, where I doubt it will help me very much at lower levels, so that's going to be changing stuff. So let us dive back into the game. Playing as mercenary again, all the usual gumph. Let us quickly, I won't hang around too much. Easy on the wine, Ricatus Cornuia, you're working tonight. Don't worry, boss. As you talk, a tired man in dusty, weathered clothes enters the inn and looks around. Several caravan crewmen carry his chest and bags aside. The man carefully inspects his belongings, and after a brief conversation, pays the crewmen. Hail to you, Master Gracious. It's been a while. How may we serve you? The innkeeper attention is on Gracious, which doesn't prevent him from gesturing to his servants to pour Gracious some wine. 3 fingers to indicate the quality of the wine, to roast a fresh bird over the coals, and to move the chest into storage. A room for me and storage for my goods. Find me a good lawmaster and send one of your guards to make sure, but I am not disturbed, says Gracious, tossing the innkeeper a coin. Did you hear that, Ricatus? Our guest requires the pleasure of your company, so go clean yourself and do something useful for a change. I need better gear. Now you tell me, go to the trading plaza, but don't waste any time, the client's waiting. Right, so we've been through all this before. Just gonna quickly, welcome to my store, my friend. Blah blah blah, yep, he's trying. I'm gonna get ripped off here basically. My merchant seal is terrible, I completely accept that. I'm not gonna bother getting a better seal this time. I'm just gonna straight up trade in my armour, get a bit better armour. Gotta go for the cloak. I know it's a bit of a rip, but I do like the look nifty in my cloak, and I look a bit more professional. so I still quickly leave. Go right away. The trader looks at you critically, frowning at the dents in your armour. Keep unwanted visitors out of the room, he says before turning away. I do wish this changed. This thing here changed if you had gone and bought new gear, because obviously new gear isn't going to be dented. So I wish that was a bit different. You will not be disturbed, master, you say as you stand guard in the corner of the room. Perception successful. You awaken in the middle of the night. My perception is surprisingly still quite good. You awaken in the middle of the night by a soft clicking coming from the lock. The door opens and a shadowy figure slips into the room. Determined to earn you pay, you put on a show, lunging at the intruder and making enough noise to wake up the trader. When you are satisfied with your efforts, you throw the unfortunate thief out the room and turn to the trader. Who was that? Asks Gracious, looking visibly shaken. Streetwise success. Basically, I would have probably said something else. An assassin, master. He almost had you, but I couldn't give up knowing that your life was in peril. Basically, you're blowing smoke to basically paddy your pockets with a bit of extra coin. I owe you my life, exclaims the trader, appearing gratefully relieved. If you're ever in Madoran, talk to Kenibi and tell him that I sent you. He's careful and doesn't hire anyone without recommendation for someone he trusts. He'll take care of you, Ricatus Cornelia. Thank you, master. A shadowy figure slips into the room through the open window. Without wasting any time, raises a loaded crossbow, pointing at the trader. Gracia, says the assassin calmly. The commercium wishes to remind you that you are still not welcome in this town. He pulls the trigger before he finishes talking, and Gracius falls down with a bolt in his chest. I'm going to attack because obviously it's my job. Take a little bit of damage. I suppose if I had a better shield it wouldn't happen, but that's how it goes. Now I have learnt what I want to try and do is I want to hit him with a pummel strike. Unfortunately it's not going to work this time. Because a tactic I have learnt from this, oh he's really hitting me quite hard, is to try and hit him with a pummel strike, run up. Now can I just have to do a regular attack. Could do an arm so he hit. Let's see what it is. Let's do that. Basically you want to knock him down, run up when he's lying on the ground. You want to do your most powerful attack possible. See, look, 7 damage, reduced by basically 1%. See if we can do that again. Nah. Gotta work. So let's just go for a couple of fast attacks. I said probably... Nah, it's gonna have to just wail on him a bit now. Well, he's badly wounded at least. Yeah, I'm getting better at the combat in this game. Oh, stop hitting me. Right, my shield's being smacked in. Well, yeah, the assassin tumbles away backwards, he dies before hitting the ground. So, we managed to finish off the assassin without too much problem. Take everything. Oh, I should have gone, that's what I should have done. Take everything. Hopefully I'll have enough health. Because what I should have probably done in hindsight was buy a healing potion and take it after the battle and heal myself up, but I didn't think. Fuck, says the innkeeper, looking at the dead trader thoughtfully. Well, I suppose we all knew this was coming, although it would have been nice if he was killed elsewhere. How do you expect me to run a business, he sighs. His goods are still in the storage, continues the innkeeper in a different tone. We can sell them to the commercium for nothing, or we can actually make a few coins. What do you think, Ricatus? Wouldn't say no to a few more coins, boss, you reply. Alright, then take the goods to Cado. Decadance will handle the negotiations. All you've got to do is watch his back and show that we mean business. It's the easiest money you've ever made. Alright, let's go. Take the goods to Cado. The 40 Thieves Guild is a large and seemingly indefatigable network of thieves, smugglers and other criminals criminally inclined citizens. The guild operates in every town and traces its origins to the early days of the Empire. It says that in the past, the 40 kings of the 40 largest towns used to coordinate the network. Opinion is divided to the relations and ties of the 40 thieves of yore and this current incarnation, but the name persists. In Turon, the guild is operated out of a local tavern, a popular destination for people who feel at home in the shady parts of town and dark alleyways. The tavern is full of people laughing, arguing and drinking. At the back of the tavern, piles of loot sit atop tables waiting to be counted and divided. At the far end of the room, Cado conducts his business while keeping an eye on the guests. So this is basically like the Guild of Thieves. Ah, Vardanis, my friend, how are you? Cado is all smiles. Who is your friend? Don't tell me you feel you have to bring some muscle with you, I'm hurt. Cado checks the goods, pays without haggling, and just like that, the deal is done. Let's head back, says Vardanis, looking relieved. You should always be worried when a thief doesn't haggle, because he pretty much means he wants to get his money back. The thugs come out of nowhere. You follow Vardanis, who grows more confident for each step, talking business, making big plans. When two men step out of the shadows, they look at Vardanis and smile as if he were their long lost kin. Spare a coin when one thug asks, pulling a knife and smirking at his joke. Take out your weapon. Don't be so eager to die for nothing, friend, says the thug. You see, Vard and me go way back. We've a lot of catching up to, don't we? So here, he throws a gold coin. Take the rest of the night off. Can't really do that, mate, because he's holding my paycheck, so I'm gonna have to cut you open like suckling pigs. Right, I haven't got much health, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. Slice him up a bit. Right, I'm gonna have to try and keep Vardanis alive. So let's do this. I need to get attention off him, he's getting pounded so. Right. Come on. Ah, yes, he's tensed. That's what's hoping. Oh god, a critical strike, man, that was bad. Right. No, can't he get it done? Oh, he's really tearing into me. He keeps on trying to power strike me as well, which isn't good. I got an arm injury. Come on. I wish you could. Oh boy, this is bad. Okay, that's really bad. I might just have to focus killing this guy. Oh god, I might have screwed up my combat slightly here. Yeah, I screwed up my combat a bit. I did one too many sealed bastards and he's killed me, yeah. One of the thugs runs you through with his blade just like that. It's over. Your hopes and dreams fade away, leaving nothing, dying on the cold stone over nothing. The promise of easy money, some steady deal in the middle of the night. You wonder if you could have ended any other way, but death claims you before you can reach a conclusion. Well, let's try that again, shall we? Right. Remember. Let's make this guy bleed a bit first. Then we'll push him back. Oh yes! We knocked him down. Right. We've got 6 things. What's the power? High damage. Hit charge, critical strike, armor damage center. Arterial strike, high damage to hit. Let's try that. Arterial strike. 12 points of damage. The helmet absorbs weapon mastery. This attack causes bleeding, dealing 2 damage for 2 turns. So yeah, we've really hurt him. Ooh. God, he's done so much damage to him. Let's try getting it again. Or at least we pushed him back. And we'll switch to the fast attack. Yeah, I've got a 15% minus hit chance on my attack rating because he keeps hitting my arm. Come on, hold him off. The problem is my companion can't do absolutely jack, which is a bit of a problem. Don't the thugs, I'm reducing its armor value. He's almost dead. Ooh, that was some really fast attacks. Oh, he had counter attack, that was why. Blood spitting blood, the thug grins and falls down dead as you drive the sword into his gut. You turn your attention to the final vagrant thief. Alright, so they're not even really vagrant thieves, are they? They are pretty much just like hired thugs. Let's try and... want to try and keep his focus off of the merchant. Because I think I took a bit of a reputation hit when he died the first time. I would like to try and keep him alive if I could. Ooh, that's nice. That's not so great. Not going to bother sealed punching him. Because I want to try and keep his focus on me, because he's on 14 HP. That's dodged. These guys just weren't so slippery, I wouldn't have much of a problem. He's on 6, he's almost dead. I'm just going to have to finish him off with attacks. The thug gasps in pain, tries to say something but chokes on the blood filling his throat and collapses as you yank the sword out of his chest cavity. We made it! You're yet another sacrifice to death who smiles upon you and rewards you your dedication by whispering insight to your 1 combat skill point gained. Take all. Take all. Let's no take to employer for Dennis. I'm alive, yells for Dennis in disbelief. Alive, I bet Cato didn't expect it, did he? Fucking bastard. Yeah. It's pretty much, even guys guessed it, it's the Thieves Guild. Now we could charge more for keeping him alive, but our reputation would probably suffer, so escort him back to the inn. What happened? Asked the innkeeper. You gain new insight which could be used to increase your skills. 12 skill points gained. Almost died making some easy money. Got any more jobs for me? The Imperial Guard recruiting might be just a place for you. Might be. You know any good law masters? Talk to Feng. Go and guess gotta go and rest. We've got a lot of skill points now. What sort of we do with them? We could increase our crafting. I want to get my block up to another level if I can. Now, how much money do we have? Not very much indeed, and some of our gear is a bit dented, we need to get it repaired. Storyteller, alchemist, I could learn alchemy but I wouldn't be particularly good at it. Let's just pawn some stuff off to people. Let's try streetwise. Obviously I'm not high enough for it. Wasn't high enough the last time either. Let's sell thieves gear, 2 knives. I'm going to pawn that because I don't really want it. Crossbow isn't really my thing. Got to get a better shield anyway. So I've got a bit of money. I haven't had as much money left around as the last time I played this, but the benefit is my employer is alive, which is a nice change. I should probably go and talk to the lore master before we do anything else, just to drive the story along a bit. I don't know how this is going to go. You see a signpost that says don't sell priceless artifacts for nothing, come and see Feng first. Right, I don't know how this is going to go. You remember I had different skills last time. Feng turns to you as you walk through the door. What do you want? He snaps. Feng came to Tehran with a caravan 2 decades ago. Nobody knew where he came from or why, but he had the bitterness of a man soured by the memory of his life lost. He was well versed in languages and antiques. But the town already had a lore master. Fortunately for Feng, the lore master soon fell sick and passed away. Despite the best efforts of the local alchemist, who was quite puzzled by his symptoms, shortly thereafter Feng became the new lore master and even earned the favour of Lord Antidus after discovering a number of Deratan relics. What is it? Asks Feng with irritation, acknowledging your presence and putting down some mechanism he was studying. Can you appraise this something for me? You saw the trader's map. A wise choice. Many people see variable items without realising their true value. Let me see. This, I can't believe it. It can't be. Feng puts the map down, looking struck. This, my friend, is an extremely valuable artifact. It was be honoured to research for you, but it will cost you 50 Imperials. Yeah, this feels like a scam. Pay him. The fabled map of Vor Agoth. It shows the way to the Magi's artifacts that were buried when the war ended to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. I've heard about this map, but never thought that one day I'd hold it in my hands. Feng pulls out a magnifying glass. Something is written at the bottom in the glyph language. The eye of Fargoth will show you the way. He reads slowly. The eye of Fargoth, whispers Feng, looking at you with widened eyes. He goes to one of the clock chests and starts digging through its contents until he finds what he's looking for. A large, round, tri-coloured crystal framed in gold. The centre of the crystal is completely black, giving it the appearance of an eye. I found it a long time ago in the ruins west from here. It was shining softly and warm to the touch. That's how the gem will guide you. It will grow brighter and brighter the closer you get. Now I'm too old to go with you, but I'll let you borrow the eye for 100 Imperials. I know I can trust you to bring it back when you find the treasure of the Magi. You pay for the Imperials, you gain new insight. Pay him. Feng counts the money twice, then carefully hangs the eye around your neck. The crystal feels heavy and warm. Somehow you feel different. Don't forget to bring it back, reminds Feng, reluctantly letting go of the eye. Talk to Lord Antidus, he will know what to do next. Okay, that's really interesting. Before you go, Ricatus, Cornelia, I have a favour to ask. Lord Antidus, who has invited another Lore Master to Tehran. While I welcome the chance to work with a fellow Lore Master Cassius, the new Lore Master wouldn't tolerate a second opinion and would surely get rid of me. I am too old to beg, Ricatus, but I am begging you to help me get rid of Cassius for me, and I'll pay you well. He's probably at the inn already, so don't waste any time. How much will you pay me? 50 Imperials. It's a deal. Right, that was very different from the last time we did this. The last time we basically called him out as a fraud, but this time it was different. There you go, 50. Could up my weapon skill again, that would be really useful. Up my crafting skill, perhaps, maybe. I'm predominantly a warrior, so I need to have really good melee abilities, because last time I got myself into a situation I couldn't get out from. You hear the blacksmith hammering something on the anvil way before you reach the smithy. A sign in front of it says that an affordable cold iron weapons, real steel dug up from the old battlefields. That's actually something they used to do. They used to take metal from battlefields because the impurities tended to have been rotted out before leaving only the good quality iron. What can I do for your friend? I'm looking for good weapons and armour. Any advice? Good? Good is a very subjective word, my friend. What's good for one fighter may get another fighter killed. Look at those two-handed scimitar, for example. It's an impressive weapon, undisputed king of swords, but its striking power is unmatched. But it comes at a price not everyone is willing to pay. It's too slow. Now, the gladius is a much light weapon. Its advantage isn't the power, but speed. Same goes for the armour. Nothing beats heavy armour when it comes to protecting you in battle. But don't expect to be able to move very fast if you're wrapped in sheets of metal. I was looking to craft some weapons too myself. How do I go about it? Well, you need proper schematics to be able to forge weapons or armour. The know-how, so to speak, when you can apply different techniques. Then you can apply different techniques. For example, you can harden the edge of the sword and then balance it for it to strike true. Do you have any schematics? What do you need? Let's go with some heavy metal. I use mostly heavy armour, so let's go heavy metal. Heavy metal armour. Here you go. Browse the wares. That's the eye. A large round tri-coloured crystal framed in gold. Central crystal is completely black, making it look like an eye. I need a decent shield, to be honest. I mean, this wasn't bad, but the damage resistance, I like having the extra damage resistance. He only sells bronze though. That's going to be interesting. Grab the shield. Trade. Haven't got much else I can do right now. I'm going to shove the shield into my hand. Let's check out this crafting thing, Sally. Look. This is the thing. I didn't go into this too much in the last game because I didn't really know what I was doing. But you have the alchemy section, which is a very basic crafting section. You basically put a basic reagent in and you can add additional stuff like in Skyrim to make a more potent toxin, but your crafting level is affected. Now this, you can use the crafting set to create weapons and armour using schematics available from blacksmiths and different materials, metal ingots, wooden and leather. Weapons, armour and helmets and shields can be crafted to increase their stats or lower penalties. You can click the list of all available techniques from the full game in the journal. So you can check the list of all available techniques from the full game in the journal. The power and number of techniques you can apply to an item will grow with your crafting skill. There are 5 different metal types: bronze, iron, steel, blue steel, sky metal. Each higher metal increases damage range of damage resistance by 1. There are 2 types: leather, normal and hardened. The 2 types of leather, normal and hardened, and 1 type of wood. Crafting. To craft an item, select it from the list of available schematics. Apply any normal techniques and select a metal type or component and click forge. When the item is ready, drag it back to your inventory. Decomposing. You can also decompose, melt weapons and armour to get metal ingots or components. There is a metal loss when you decompose. The higher the skill, the less metal you will lose. For example, you find steel armour that weighs 35 pounds, but you'd rather forge yourself a steel sword and a lighter armour. You can melt the heavy armour, losing 20% of the metal and gaining 25 pounds of steel ingots, which you can use to craft yourself a broadsword and a cutlass. So if we said that armour, basically I don't have enough metal for this. I think I've got steel and I haven't got enough steel. Yeah, I can't do anything with that yet, unfortunately. So, what's this? Statue. You see an old bronze statue covered with green pattern and bird droppings the plaque is missing, probably appropriated by long time ago by some smiths, making the identity of the statue a subject of many heated debates amongst the local drunkards. He looks like a Roman legionnaire, though he's got a Greek helmet on, he's got a hoplite helmet on, so maybe not. I'd love to get some more metal. Does this guy have any? Back for more, eh? My entire store is at your disposal. For another scimitar. I mean, I like the gladius, but I love the scimitar even more. Right, so he's not selling any. Put that in my hit bag. I need to learn how to use these nets. They're probably going to be important for me in the game. Let's talk to the alchemist. Browse wares. See, look, he's got healing potions. Can only buy one at the moment, but it will keep me going for a while. Anti-venoms, all kinds of things. The alchemy in this game is actually really complicated, but really rewarding. As you near the market square, the man in a rich robe approaches you. A moment of your time, kind master. I am Matildas, a merchant by trade. I'm terribly sorry to impose on you, but I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I deal in fine weapons and armor. Oh, I remember this guy. He's basically the guy that tries to lure you into his house and murder you for your gear. No, I am not interested, but it's interesting because obviously my streetwise skill isn't high enough to actually pick up the fact that he's lying to us, so I could have walked into that trap. Just want to check our map for a second. Healer. Oh, that actually is cool. There's a healer right there. Feng, Tavern, Sandy Town, Barracks. Oh, the Boatmen of I think they've heard of the Boatmen of Styx. They're basically the Assassin's Guild. That's really interesting. Palace. Where to go? Wonders. Let's probably go and deal with the job that Fang hired me to do. I really don't want to kill him though. It'll be such a pain. Cassius. 42-year-old Lawmaster Cassius, contemporarily called Young Cassius by his grey-haired colleagues, has never understood the appeal of digging through dirt and ruins like a rat. Instead, he preferred to spend his time among the neatly preserved scrolls, studying the work of many prominent lawmasters and of the antiquated hundreds of accompanying commentaries he considered indispensable. Master Cassius was working on his second trace, analysing the manifestations of the divine will in the year 2052, when Antidus' emissaries invited him to Tyron. Cassius arrives early and is getting tired of waiting when you showed up and graced him with your attention. Is there something that you want? I'm just going to take him to the Lord. I mean, oh wait, but this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, if my word of honour gets damaged if I turn him in. What to do? I mean, I could scare him off. I don't want to get on the side of the Lord. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. I'd like to the captain of the guard stops you. What do you want? He demands. I'd like to introduce you to Master Cassius. He is a personal guest of Lord Antidus. Master Feng asked me to kill him, but as soon as I learned that Lord Antidus was involved, I immediately thought. You thought that Lord Antidus would pay you more to keep Cassius alive. Gain new insight which you use to increase your skills. Your word of honour decreases. Can I speak to Lord Antidus? Of course, after you prove your value. I already thought I proved my value. As you nod at Cassius, you've proven that you have enough common sense to know what's good for you, nothing more. Persuasion, charm. Common sense is a rare commodity these days. Yeah, I'm gonna fail this terribly. Prove your value and give you 10, and I give you 10 minutes. Yeah, I have like minus 45. The problem is I wasn't going to pass that even if unless I was like someone dedicated to charm, I wasn't going to pass that. Prove your value and give you 10, and I give you 10 minutes. What do you need me to do? Wait here while I escort Master Cassius inside. And you wait patiently. I could use your help in exchange. I'll let you in and even put in a good word for you. What do you don't you have your own people for this kind of thing you demand? Good question. You see, my people are valuable, while you, to put it bluntly, are not. Don't worry, I'm a good judge of talent, and since I don't see any, your task will be relatively simple. Yeah, I really don't like this bloke. I would have happily killed him in the previous playthrough, but the problem is that he's actually relatively tough. House Aurelian is digging into some old ruins not far from Tehran. Apparently it was an old mining facility and some machines are still intact. They've even sent for Soreb, which is bad news. He's an expert on old machines. If it has gears, he can fix it. We can't have that. The last thing we need is Aurelians setting up shop in our backyard. So what do you want me to do? You demand sharply. Whatever it takes. Stop them. Killing always works, but it's not. If it's too plebeian for you, sophisticated taste. For your sophisticated taste, try something else. He snorts. Can you give me any men? The guard captain shakes his head. First, we don't know for sure what they're dealing with. We need all the men in case this situation isn't what it seems. Second, I'd like to see what you're capable of. You don't have the problem with that, do you? What else can you tell me? You mutter disappointedly. Not much. The ruins are everywhere, but we don't have enough money and people to look under every stone. A few weeks ago, House Aurelian set up camp there instead of digging. They may have something there, something we don't know about, or they have nothing and we're just waiting for us to give them an excuse to attack Tehran. Where do they get their supplies? You splutter in confusion. Good question. They're too far away from Madoran to be supplied regularly, and they aren't used to living off the land. Ask around, see what you can find. Is there anything else I can help you with? Well, if you don't like the first problem, you're definitely not going to like the second one. A gang of raiders captured one of the nobles. Someone should go there and find out what the raiders want. Didn't they tell you what they want? It's a funny story actually, chuckles the guard. A few days ago a raider walked inside to make demands, claiming that the gang had captured the lord. We didn't take the bastard seriously and used him for target practice. Yeah, in hindsight mate, you probably shouldn't do that. You should probably go and tell your boss in case it actually is serious. Then it turned out some distant relative of Lord Antidus is really missing, but it was too late. Now my men aren't very eager to go over and pay the blood debt. So you guys have screwed up and you're willing to throw me to it. Yay, great. Really wants me to save your neck. And you're sending me there? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, he chuckles. You're not too impressed. Very gracious if you're alright. I'll give it a shot. Got a couple more points. What have we got? 7. Nothing really to put it into, to be honest. I've saved them for now. Well, I think I'm going to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I have a better grasp of this game than I did the first time, so hopefully it will go a lot smoother. If you've enjoyed, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. And hopefully next episode we shall progress even further into the story, and hopefully we won't screw up so badly last time and get everyone killed horribly. We can only hope. I've been Cornish-Knight, and this has been Age of Decadence. Catch you all next time.